bro,
like
this guy literally used to never be in the crib. Like
bro.
he would leave at 8. He would go to all his classes. He'll leave 8 a.m. Come back like 12 p.m. Bro.
I remember because I would wake up and then I'll see you just come back from the bathroom. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm already heading to class.
Yes,
I gotta go to the dining hall. I gotta like come back.
This guy was straight to it, bro.
So please just like this video and subscribe to Talkin' It Out. Come on, guys, just do it for me, please.
This is wonderful. Everything is going our way.
What did you do to my drink?
I.
You what?
Alright, what's good, y'all? She in her mood a little bit. Welcome to Talking It Out, man. Yes, sir.
Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit?
Alright. What's good, y'all?
It's good, y'all.
Let me turn down this mic a little bit. We're back with another episode of Talking It Out. I was just telling said 27.
27.
We're at episode
Damn.
27.
Deep.
I know. That's a lot low key, bro.
It's
I started my freshman year, so we're already 27. That's just podcasts. It's 27 podcasts. I've done vlogs. I've done basketball videos. I've done all different
behind
types
the
of
scenes.
things. Yeah.
I saw your video. What is it? Road to being the best.
Yeah, road to be the best hoop on the internet. Yeah, man, I'm trying. I'm about to I have another basketball video in the vault right now.
Okay.
Like a 5v5 full
5v5?
court game.
Damn.
And then I'm gonna record the Mojo tournament too. I'm gonna post that.
Why aren't you playing in the intramural?
I just did it just because it's like, I've never played it even from freshman year just because it was never like that competitive. I'm like,
Really?
I'd rather just pull up with my friends to the gym and hoop with them. Next year, like I might do it my senior year just because it's like, it's my last year. But I really never did it just because it wasn't like that competitive and I wasn't really that pressed about playing intramural. But I've seen more people playing this year. Yeah. So
is it open only to BU heads or do they like open
I think
it up
it's
to, like,
I think it's only BU.
Only BU?
Yeah, I think it's only BU.
Okay.
I think it's a BU intramural league.
Okay.
So, and then there's club, which they play
club?
against like other people.
Oh, but club is actually competitive though.
Yeah, that's a little bit more club. But I've never even tried out for club either.
Club?
Yeah, I've never even tried out for them.
Damn. No, because I know for soccer they have like, I guess it's the same way because I was trying to do it this year. It was just like I did it too late, so it was full. But because of that, there's like I think it's like different like levels, like beginner, intermediate, and then it's like like try hard basically.
Oh, okay. Which one did you do?
Well, because I think we were trying to do like the intermediate one, because it was like a mixed team, it was like guys, girls, so it was like it was everybody different levels, so you didn't want to do like too hard. But then we just didn't sign up in time. Oh, damn. So, yeah, so because of that, we just didn't have like time to just like
to just make a team in general.
No, because now I got free time, bro.
Yeah, you just be chilling.
now I get to be chilling.
No, you just be chilling.
Yeah.
But first, introduce yourself, name, major, where you're from.
Yeah. Hi everybody. My name is Said. Said Lomami. Meki. Mechanical engineering, class of 2025. I'm graduating in like, what is it? Less than a month.
Less than a month.
Less than a month.
Yo.
It's like it's going by quick. Been here for I'm from Mass, so I'm from like Framingham, so like 40 minutes out of here. Originally born in the Congo. Moved here when I was like 9, so 2012. Been here ever since. Longer here than Congo. But yeah, about to graduate though.
I know you're about to graduate.
That's the thing that's getting me. I don't know. I feel like it's like surreal. I feel like because I think this year's like it's been going by quick. I feel like at first it just starts off slow. You're like, oh, you got classes, blah blah blah. Yeah. But the switch from like last semester to this semester was different because like last semester it was more so focused. I actually had like I still had like some engineering classes that I had work to do. Yeah. But this semester is more so like I'm just vibing. Like I took a algorithms class because I was like, oh, let me do some work. Yeah, because I was like, damn, I'm not doing much. Let me get some of that CE. I guess some of that.
You're taking that right now.
I'm taking that right now. Shoot. So I was like, so let me get some of that, CE experience, CS experience. Like maybe hop into that STEM thing. I'm like, bro, I'm not like regretting it because at first I was like, okay, let me just do the assignments. But I'm like, damn. One thing happened after the other. First we had the fashion show, so I was like, maybe I'll use some chat on this, and then that was for one. Then the next time it was close to like another event. We had like close to like final midterms. I was like, damn, another one.
And then you just kept
then it was national. Then it was push. But at some point you're kind of like, damn, I'm already like so far behind. Like the semester's about to be here. And then I tried to like, I was contemplating dropping it, but then I was like,
what's the class? Like, what's the?
It's algorithms. There's EC 330.
Oh, okay.
So yes, it's like Eng EC 330. So it's like, I think you guys also have 330 for CS.
Yeah, we have CS 330. It's
algorithms too, right?
It might be.
Yeah,
it might be.
Because I always talk to Nate about it. I was always talking about like 330 this, 330 that. But that's what it is. But because I tried to drop it, but I was like, no, you know, I'll just take it out. And then like last week, I was like, you know, yo, it's like 2 weeks late, but can I still like, you know, put it as a pass and fail? Because I was like, I didn't.
Were you able to?
Nah, because they were like, bro, they were like, nigga, you're late. You're like you're two.
Bro, I tried pass fail in a class too, and I was too because I'm so dumb because I pass failed. I think it's loud. I pass failed a class last year. I pass failed a class last year. It was a business class that I pass failed. Yeah. And like to pass fail a class, you have to like go to a meeting.
Really?
Yeah, you have to go to a meeting, like on Zoom though. Yeah. You have to go to a Zoom meeting and then they send you the link to pass fail the class. But you have to like attend a Zoom meeting before you're eligible. I forgot about that.
Is it like a one-on-one?
No, that's like a group Zoom. They just give you information.
Like okay.
Yeah, da-da-da. And I forgot that you have to do that. So I just remembered like, oh, I know that the pass-fail date is the same as the drop with the W date.
Yeah.
So it was like 11:30 at night, day of. I'm like, yo, I need to pass-fail that class. For some reason, I'm thinking like, oh, I could just go into the student link, press PF,
I thought the exact same thing.
No, it's not like that. Like you have to join a Zoom, get the link, da-da-da. But luckily, it's the same link every year. So I used the same one from the year prior, but I don't think they counted it because they knew that I wasn't like actually in one of the meetings. Like they didn't have my name down. So like I haven't got, because they'll send like a confirmation email like, oh yeah, this is pass failed, and I didn't get that. So I was like, damn.
So how many classes have you ever pass failed?
One. You're allowed two, but I've only ever done one.
You're allowed two? Oh, okay. No, because usually I don't even drop or pass fail classes because I just want to do because I'm like, bro, I'm tired, bro. I was just kind of like, I think like burnt out, like more so like the year started like freshman year, came in here kind of calm. Like I feel like freshman year, everybody's like, you know, still adjusting. Everybody's wants that community, especially the Black community. Yeah. Everybody wants to go out. So I'm like, damn, okay, let's balance that. GPA is kind of like okay. Next semester's kind of okay again, and okay again. Like going to sophomore year, so I was like, you know what, let me lock in. So start pushing like the 3.5s and above that, improve my GPA. But then I'm like, especially my junior year, bro. I remember I would come back in that crib, bro. But I would wake up like, what was it like? Because I had like an early classes, bro. I had like nine because I like having my classes early in the morning. But then like since the junior year, so that means there's like a lot of just like eng classes. I have like 5 engineering classes at once. So I'm like, I'm out at 9, stay out the whole day, and then I come back to the crib at like 11 p.m. At 12. I'm like, bro, I'm tired. Like,
bro, this guy literally used to never be in the crib. Like bro. He would leave at 8. He would go to all his classes. He'll leave 8 a.m. Come back like 12 p.m.
I remember because I would wake up and then I'll see you just come back from the bathroom. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm already heading to class. Yes, like, I gotta go to the dining hall. I gotta like come back.
This guy was straight to it, bro. So you'd say junior year was your like most difficult year?
Bro, I think it was more because I just felt like I still did things. I mean, I still went out like, because it'd be like I go out like the first like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I remember the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, the first 3 weeks is like, you know, it's calm because nothing's really happening. But then after that, it starts hitting you with assignments. I think it's only hard. It's hard because like you have like back-to-back like assignments. You don't get time to like breathe. Yeah, like you also have those weekly assignments. So like you do the weekend, you can have the weekend a little bit off, and then you have something the next week. And then like when you have like multiple of them, something be like Friday, then you have something on like maybe Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. So that means like you kind of have like a different like, okay, I know this is do the next time, but it's like you're always like doing something, and a lot of times like it's like not just like basic classes, like actual like, you know, intensive classes that actually like matter to your major now, because like, you're no longer like in the prereqs and like, you know, it's like not like baby classes. So it was more so like harder because like I just felt like I didn't have time to just relax. Because I think that was the thing that I realized this year. I got like used to it. You know what I mean? Like
used to like not relaxing.
Yeah, used to not relaxing because it was weird because the first like in the fall, I was gonna take this algorithm class that I was taking right now. I was gonna take it in the fall, but then I was like, you know, bro, I'm like, I've been taking a lot of classes. Let me just push it back to the spring because I could have done like if I wanted to, I could have done like 4 classes in the fall and 3 in the spring, and then just like still been fine graduating because I overloaded like in junior year. So I was like, okay, but I was like, I'm still trying to get the CE minor, but I was like, no, bro, I'm like tired. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna take like CE classes. That way I can still do like put in my resume. Oh, like I still have the experience. So I took it, but then I was like that first couple weeks, I was like, damn, like even after that 3rd week, I was like, I don't have that much work.
Yeah,
I was talking to my roommate Jaden. I was like, damn, like should I pick back up the class? Because I'm like, I actually have like free time to just like go out, not have to worry about like my classes like for like days on end, and then just kind of like leaving the crib when I want. I mean, I still have for me, I prefer having my classes in the morning. So like having it in the morning, I can just like go out and then like, you know, finish it up and then like have the rest of my day like, you know, done with that. But it was like the first time I could really just like breathe. Yeah. And like it was so weird because I was like, oh, let me actually try to do other things because, you know, there's time, there's space for like, you know, in my schedule to just like have like freedom. Yeah. And I think that was weird also because I was like getting I moved into the apartment in Studio 1, so it's like there's more like space, like the cooking, you have time to cook. I just didn't think I would have time to like do all that cooking and stuff. So I almost got the dining plan, but I was like, you know, let me just thug it out for the fall semester. Because that first week when I came here, because I knew some recipes of how to cook, but I didn't really cook for real. Because I had that dining hall all the past 3 years. Past 3 years, we had the dining hall, like, you know, had the highest plan with like.
You always had a limited?
Yeah, I always had a limited. And that was before they switched it into the BS one they have right now, where they require everybody to have like unlimited. And then, because beforehand, you could do like unlimited, 320, 230, and then most people did like the hack, where it's like you did the dining points hack. So you do like switch from the highest one to the lowest one between semesters. That way you could just easily just get a lot of dining points. Yeah. But I think when I came here, my senior year with the kitchen, I wasn't used to like cooking as much. Like that first week I was like getting headaches. I was like, I'm just not eating enough, and I just didn't know like what to eat. Also because I just used to like having it cooked for me. I'm not worried about like, you know, what my next meal is. So I had to like start working on like, oh, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat that, and then from there you got to figure out like, okay, how to like meal plan for the week, especially when you got like a lot of things coming up. Yeah. So that was easier. And I think that my big thing with like getting the studio apartment is like kind of giving me like a little taste of like when I'm living alone. I want to be eating. This is what I like to eat. Yeah. This is what I like to do in the free time. That way I can just like already like know the vibe and not have to like relearn that stuff. Like, yeah.
Did you ever stay in the summer? Like,
I actually never stayed in the summer because in the summertime, like the first summer, like between freshman year and sophomore year, I went home. So I was just working all summer. I was just grinding all summer. Second summer, I had my internship at PNG. Oh, okay. So I was like in Boston, but but it was like early as shit. It was like at 7 a.m. So I had to like wake up at like, what is it, like 5 a.m., get on a train, commute, come to Boston, and then leave by like, I would end work at like 3:15, 3:30, but I would usually stay until 5 because I was like, there was a gym there, and then I was like, I might as well just hit the gym, so I'd hit the gym and then stay there till 5, and I wouldn't get back home until like 6 sometimes. And especially there's like people love doing things after. It's inconvenient for me because like if I get home, let's say I get home at like, I take a later train like at 6:30. It doesn't get home until like 7:30. Then I gotta sleep at like 10.
10, yeah.
So I got like an hour and a half, 2.5 hours to just like sit, get back, eat food, and then just like sleep. So I felt like I just didn't have like enough like, I guess like breathing room or like time to just like, you know, in between. That's why I liked just coming back right away from work. Yeah. But it was good though. It was a good experience.
Last year you did the same thing?
Yeah, I did the same thing. And now I got like a full-time offer there. So
okay, that's fine.
So you start there and then you go from there, you know. But it's not bad though. It's good experience.
You got a full-time. It seems like most of your college like experience, including summer, it's just been like mad busy for you. So do you think like when you go out into the real world it'll be different for you, or like are you gonna make the point of living a different kind of life?
That's actually a good question. I think different kind of life in terms of maybe like doing more things. I think that's one thing I'm like kind of realizing. Like, I mean, like I went out, I would go out, like if I'm going on a date, I would go out with my girlfriend, but then like I feel like I haven't really gone out like in Boston for real. I feel like
Really? In all your 4 years, you don't think you really?
I mean, like I've gone out like on like dates to like different locations, but I'm talking about like solo, just like visiting places, because like when I lived like closer to Boston, lived like to Somerville when I came here, I there was field trips. I went to all the Boston like landmarks and things like that. So I know them because I've been there like way past then. But here I know some people who like whose whole thing is like, oh, I'll go out with my friends like sometimes once every other week we'll go out to like a bar, we'll go out to like a club, will go out to like some sort of activity, and then that kind of like lets you like experience it. Because sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm still here, but I have like I know less about Boston than the actual people who like moved here. They're not even from here. So I think that's one thing I'm gonna try to do, because I'll be in Boston, so I'll try to do more activities, just kind of like connecting the city. But in terms of like what were you saying before, like the question of like,
are you gonna try to make the point of living a different, I guess, work to life balance, which you just kind of answered? But no,
I think definitely the work-life balance is something I'm trying to very like value, because even though when I was saying earlier in terms of like waking up early and then coming back, like that aspect of it, just like it felt like I just like, even though like the work was only like I guess like 8 hours, like people never, a lot of people you don't really consider like the commuting time, especially like because I'm commuting like an hour away, because I'm trying to save money. So
it's an hour commute from your crib.
Because if we're counting, right, I wake up, my alarm was like 4:55, so I wake up at like 5 a.m. And then I get ready, blah blah blah. I get to the train station at like 5:45. So it's from 5:45 all the way to 7. So I get to work at like 7:15. So that's like an hour and a half commute. But it's like, I go on the train, and then in the morning I just like walk the pier just to like wake me up. So it's like an hour 20 minutes, and that's just to get there. But on the way back it's usually like shorter, because like 40 minutes, because the train just more direct, and I'm just like not walking as much. It's like an hour compared to an hour 20. But even then it's like basically not 8 hours. You're taking time to like wake up, all that stuff like that. 2 hours before it works at 7, you're waking up at 5. That's already 2 hours before, and then another like hour and a half just getting back home. Damn, you're already spending like 11 hours like just outside of your home. And then if you want like proper sleep, especially like when it's like for the early ones, like 7 a.m., because sometimes I would sleep at like 10:30, but I just feel like tired though.
Because I'm about to say that even if you go to bed at 10 and wake up at 5, even if you go to bed right at 10, wake up right at 5, that's still only 7 hours.
It's only 7 hours. Like, and that was the thing. It's like, yeah, I want to stay up a little late, because like a lot of things that, if you want to watch like the game or something like that, they're like, some of the games are like later on. So it's like, it's so inconvenient, because I'm like, I'll have to be like, because like, I would have to be up like right away. Like that 7 hours would be like perfect for me. It'll be just enough for me to like still have energy. But like when I started sleeping at like 10:30, 11, those times are kind of like, they were killing me, because I was like, damn, I'm like groggy and shit. Like I'm coming to work.
Would you
I'm
sleep
like,
on the train?
That's why I was able to like not be as tired, because I slept on the train. Because I would go there, Dad drops me off at the train station. I know that I'm going all the way to the last stop on the train. And because you're on the commuter road, you know like what time you're supposed to end. I just put like an alarm there. But so after some time, I just like knew. You just know when it's time. And then I just like basically catch up on that like 40 minutes or like an hour sleep. So basically get like an extra hour and get up to like 8 hours. But I think in terms of that, it's like I'm working there full time, so I know it's gonna be the exact same thing. But in terms of trying to definitely like, in the time that I had in between work, trying to like see more people, trying to see like more connections. I know you always get connections here on campus, and people are like, sometimes people undervalue it. But going from there to like more so like the Boston aspect of, seeing a lot of people from like different schools, connecting with them and seeing like, what they can offer. Not just because like now you're grown though. I mean, like you're no longer in college. Like, I feel like that's the thing. You're no longer in college. You can't like, there's no set structure. So because if you really want to, you could just be the type to just like, I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna go straight back home, go to work, straight back home, straight back home. Which is fine. But I feel like I'll just be like stuck in a repetitive flow with like, exactly. So just still going to things like as I do here on campus, but making sure it's like still like, it's productive, but also still like fun.
Yeah.
Like, and like enjoying the like life aspect of it, because there's a lot of life to go. Because it's only the 20s.
Yeah, I know. It's like young, early 20s.
Early, bro.
That you're about to get into it. Like, what's the biggest thing you've learned from your freshman year, like entering college, first time stepping on BU to now you're about to leave?
I was just thinking about that today. I was like, it was more so. I feel like this is basic, but like, take your time and enjoy it. I feel like for me, it went like freshman year, blur, sophomore year.
Do you remember, like, what year do you remember the most? Not including senior.
Freshman year, definitely. I feel like freshman year was more so like memorable because it's like brand new campus, fresh faces, new faces. Like, you're actually in Boston, you actually can do things like that's like actually memorable. But then when you go to like sophomore year, it's like more. I feel for me, it's like a kind of like a blur. It's like there wasn't like there wasn't like that many memorable like moments compared to like freshman, because I think freshman is like back to back. You know, meeting new people, things happen like back and forth. Like junior year was also like, I mean, it's kind of it's there, it's kind of fading, but also like I just remember being locked in. So it's kind of like, so like all of it just classes and classes and classes. It's not like, you know,
you remember it for the wrong reasons, but it's just not as great of memories.
But senior year is like, it was good though, because I think we went to DC. It was good time. So like
Houston,
Chicago. Well, on that Nesby dime is good though.
I know.
That's even putting me on though, because I feel like it's also like a good thing, because I've also used it as like an opportunity to see like the locations of like where I would want to live post grad and now, because I started off in Boston there. I'd want to like venture out. It's kind of giving me an idea of like, okay, this city, like Kansas City, fuck no.
Yo, this guy hates
bro. I hate Kansas City, bro. I hate Kansas City. Like that city is actually trash.
I don't know anyone who would like Kansas City.
I mean, so if you want like quiet, it's like so quiet. Not even like quiet, just like why is it like a 7 p.m. and I've seen like no car driving down the actual city part? I understand if you're like outside the city, but I'm like, city part, no one's walking like on a Friday, Saturday night. No one's walking outside like, you
nothing, bro. Like
it's actually dead.
Yeah, Kansas City was very dead.
So, but I think using those like that, Atlanta, not bad. Atlanta, I didn't get to experience Atlanta because I had like exams like the week right after. But using it's like Atlanta, Chicago, I like Chicago, and like also like trips like DC. To see like, okay, post grad, I'm gonna go to this spot, I'm gonna go to that spot. That way you can really see like, okay, but not only where the black people are, but also where you can like, you know, spend the most time and like really get the most, like, you know, most out of your experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a lot of like, it's about living life, but it's also like about like pushing yourself, like, you know, where you want to be though. So you want to make sure like that actually benefits you too.
Yeah, I'd say I'm the same way as far as what years I remember the most. Definitely freshman year. I remember my freshman year the most. Like, I remember the details of my freshman year the most.
Yeah.
Like, freshman year is the one that's most. I literally remember like the little details, specific days of freshman year, just because it was like you said, it was the most lit. It's fresh, new experience. You meet new people. You experience different stuff for the first time. You're experiencing classes, college, all that stuff. For the first time. So like people's first memories are always the ones that stick. Like your first memory of something is always the one that sticks the most. And then sophomore year, I really barely remember sophomore year.
That was last year.
Last year, bro. Like I barely pretty much all I remember of last year was the first like month of school. Because the first month of school, it was so like the first month of school, like every single day, you remember there was somebody in 1019? Like every single day there was somebody in 1019 that didn't live there. Basically, every single day there was someone in our dorm that didn't live there. We was just lit every single day. And then other than that, I remember the Nesby trip. And that's really, I remember ATL and I remember like playing football like one time in Nickerson Field when it was really nice weather. I remember that. And then this year, honestly, I also think that I'm barely going to remember the details.
I think so too.
I think this year, the main thing that I enjoyed and I'm going to remember are the trips I went on. Because I went to Houston, I went to DC, I went to LA, I went to Florida,
Chicago,
and I went to Chicago, all within this one school year.
It's a lot.
So that's like a lot of stuff that I did that I know I'm going to remember those trips. But as far as like BU, like my time on campus, bro, I haven't done anything like super memorable, to be honest. Oh, Marmon. I remember Marmon, but it's like...
But this is your first Marmon.
Yeah, this is my first Marmon, so that's another reason why I'm going to remember it. But as far as... I didn't go to classes. I didn't really do work. Mainly, this whole year has mainly just been me like making videos and like doing content. That's another reason why I think I remember my junior year. This is the year that I think I really started locked in and went all in.
What do you think is your like? How do you see like your breakdown of your goal and how you're gonna reach it?
As far as
like content wise, like you're making content, right? But like, what's the actual like
the goal?
The goal for the goal. Like it doesn't have to be like the ultimate goal, but give me like what's like your first like goal post? Like you want to reach this, and then next one.
I say my first goal is to get to a point where, like right now, the main one is to get to a point where I can make money off of it, basically, like some sort, so monetization or sponsorships, like have enough followers and following where I get sponsorships or have enough, there's milestones, like you have to have enough watch hours or subscribers or followers where you get monetized. So basically getting to a point where I'm making money off of it. I'd say that's my goal. Like my bigger goal right now is getting to a point where I'm making money off of it.
Do you think a lot of that just comes down with like one viral video? Because I think a lot of things like once you get like one viral hit, it's like it's easier. Because I know like when you're making long form content like podcasts, like everybody's hopping on that podcast wave. Like everybody's trying to be the next thing and things like that. How do you think you've been trying to really differentiate yourself in terms of like making sure you're still you're bringing like fresh new ideas and perspectives. I know a lot of people like that do it are like grown. So doing it in college is a good thing to kind of see. But how do you think you're doing that?
I'd say like that. As for example, like the money is it's not an ultimate goal. It's a short term but long term goal. But then within that, I'd say being proud of like the content that you're making is an even shorter version of a goal. Like every video that you upload, like, is this something that you actually enjoy? So like enjoying the content that I make and being proud of the content that I make is also a shorter term, like in the moment goal of mine right now. So when I do post a podcast, do I like it? When I do post my basketball videos, am I proud of the editing and do I enjoy the content that I'm doing? Because like, if you don't like it, then like, why should somebody else? But that's a real thing. Like sometimes you make videos that even you don't like, which luckily I haven't ran into that just because I genuinely enjoy what I make, but just continuing to do that and being proud of what you're making, whether or not it gets the views or the notoriety that because there could be a video. I've had videos that I've put like hours into it and that didn't do very well. And then I had videos that literally took like I did as a joke. Like I literally, especially on my TikTok, like I don't know if you've seen my Disney videos on my TikTok.
Oh, those ones?
Bro. My biggest video literally was a joke. Like I was watching Camp Rock, like I was genuinely watching it, and then I saw that clip, and like every time I've always watched Camp Rock since I was a kid. Every time I watch it, that clip always makes me laugh. So I recorded it. And obviously, like, I'm recording and posting it with the hope that it goes viral. But I'm not actually, like, thinking that it's going to go viral. So, like, I recorded it, put the text over it, put the hashtags, I posted it, and then it just went crazy. And, like, a lot of those ones, which I'm happy about because I really do actually like Disney. It's not like a front. I be watching those stuff and I enjoy it.
Exactly.
But it's like, you can't get discouraged no matter the result of any video. You just have to keep posting, being consistent and proud of what you do. And then eventually everything will fall in place.
Do you think like that aspect of like you posting videos that go viral that you didn't want to might mess you up in terms of like what you're known for? Because I feel like sometimes you're posting a video like a funny video, like I'm going to this place, or I'm watching like a Disney movie. Some people might, it blows up, gets like 2, 3, 4, 5 million views. Then people might come to your page. Might come to your page for like the wrong reason. Like, how do you think you can really combat that, or not combat it, but like use that as like a stepping stone? I say right now for sure, I don't have any video that it's like, man, I don't want this one to blow. Like anything that blows up for me is like, I enjoy it. It's great for me, especially if you're starting off small. At least to me, any
traction and any views, as long as it's not bad view, like something where you're doing something bad. Like I don't want my name to be known for anything bad.
Yeah.
But any kinds of views, even if it's maybe not a podcast clip and it's a Disney thing clip, I'm still happy. Like I was still really happy because it could have been none. Like it could have been nothing. So it's like, I think that especially at such a small stage, I'm good with getting any type of, traction and build up. And then once I do get more people that follow me and I do start to build a community, that's when I could really stamp what I want to be known for on it. Like once I actually, because right now it's just people that are swiping through that see it. Like these aren't people that are really here for me. But once I get those people that are really here for me, that's when I'll show them like, oh, this is the guy behind the camera. Like, this is who I actually am. This is what I'm like. This is the content that I will be bringing. And this is the person that you're following. So once I start to build more of a, really it's community. So once I start to build more of a community, that's when I think I'll worry more about what I'm known for and the person I'm known for. But right now, it's really just about getting consistent traction, consistent views, getting the algorithm, getting people to like identify, even with, like I said, the Disney videos, every time somebody swipes and sees that, they recognize my TV. They recognize the lights in the back. They recognize, like, they see like, oh, it's him again.
It's his video.
Yeah, it's his video. So, yeah. And then eventually, hopefully, a video where my face is actually in it pops up on their page. Exactly. Or me playing basketball pops up on their page. So,
what do you think is like your biggest inspiration when it comes to like the like podcasting and just kind of like the content creation aspect?
My biggest motivation, as far as person or why?
Person and why?
As far as like a person, right now, a little bit ago, I'd say Kai.
Okay.
Kai was like a big one just because the videos he makes and like the kind of person he is, I could really see myself being like that. Okay. Making that kind of content, being that, not that I have the same personality as him, but just having that, being in that realm, that lane of content creators like Kai or Phantom and stuff like that. I could see myself being in that lane of content creators. And another person is Mac. You know Playboy Max?
Yeah, Playboy Max.
Yeah, him. Also him, because I could see myself, again, just being in that world and that lane of content. And I used to I've seen clips of his old videos. Like I wasn't watching them when they came out. Yeah. I've seen clips of his old videos and him like speaking into existence where he is now. And like I be feeling like that. Like just some of the stuff he be saying, it's like, yo, that's a fact. Like I could relate to it now when he was at that stage that he was starting to get there. It's like that's where I feel like I'm at. So that's like another specific person that kind of helps motivate me. But as far as a reason, I'd say just I really want to, I enjoy making content because I enjoy having an impact on people. Okay. And I think that content is the most wide scheme and wide range way that I could go about having an impact on people. Like I wouldn't say that I specifically have an intense love for making videos. I have a love for the effect that my videos could have on people. That's more so what it is.
So then would you say like, let's say you grow and start getting like consistent 100K and million followers, would you like kind of like push some of the creation aspects, like you're the personality, but the creation aspects are like a team, or would you try to keep it like in-house as long as possible before like it gets too much?
I think if I were to ever get to like a huge point, I definitely think I'll get to a team. I already know that I want a cameraman, for example. Okay. Like once I get enough money and I could like pay somebody, I already know that I want to have a cameraman. Because like
live streaming?
Yeah, no, with vlogging, for example. Because one thing, I don't like vlogging just because it takes away from like actually living life. Like it takes away, like when I'm in Chicago, for example, and I'm vlogging, it kind of, for me at least, maybe just because I'm new to it, but it takes away from me actually being in Chicago and like living in the moment and seeing everything that's going on around me, because I'm focused on making sure that this video is entertaining and that I'm getting the right angles and that I'm doing this, that, and the third, and I'm being entertaining. Because like as a content creator, it's like you're not faking anything. Like, yeah, this is you. Yeah. But you do have to put on a persona. Like you have to be
energy, a little
entertaining.
Bit like...
Yeah, you have to be more energetic and entertaining than perhaps you would be if the camera was off.
Yeah.
And that could be a bit like tiring, especially. Okay, I'll say like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
2-0. Yeah.
55. What time is it? It's 9:30.
Not there. I didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
I didn't know that they had the studio.
Really?
Yeah, because you could book the studio, but usually the studio's never booked.
Never booked?
Yeah, so I didn't even know. I feel bad. We was just talking to some people who had the studio booked at 9. I literally didn't know.
I thought their studio was like the other one because it seemed like it had like more.
Usually it's the other one. So we'll try to keep it pushing. But anyways, to finish that, sometimes it's just kind of distracting, like when I'm vlogging or something like that. So definitely to answer your question, if I were to get bigger, I'll put it on like a bigger scale and like have more of a team. I'm not saying that I'd make like Mr. Beast kind of videos, but I'd have a cameraman, I'd have an editor. I said that's probably like a cameraman, an editor.
I think that's what you need.
And then I'd definitely bounce ideas off of the people around me.
Yeah.
So.
But then, would you go into live streaming, or you want to kind of gain?
I want to live stream. I actually want to start live streaming this summer, but
do you want to gain a following?
You kind of have to like gain a following first before you could start to really get into live streaming. Even though live streaming could be a method too, because what a lot of people do is they live stream, even if they have like zero viewers, they clip farm and then they post it. But even that, it's like you need the right equipment, for example, and that stuff. Like you need a PC. I don't got PC money. I'm in college still. Like I'm just a college student.
I mean, like, what do they do when they do like the IRL ones?
The IRL streams?
Yeah.
They just you need like a good connection. And I think they record like on a camera that's connected to this. I actually don't know how they do it. Like I only see the biggest streamers really do the IRL live stream ones.
Because I always thought it was like a shorter, like, because somebody's carrying it, so somebody's like following you throughout the whole thing. So they're kind of like, okay, they're on with you. But
I'm not too sure how they go about those, but I definitely like, even right now I'm happy with kind of the traction that I'm building and the like followers that I'm getting, just in general where I am at with content creation. Like I'm feeling better about it, if that makes sense, because it is something that it's kind of, it could be discouraging at times. Like you're doing it for a while and then you're not seeing the results. It's like, man, like dang, why am I doing this? Should I keep doing this? But I'm at a point right now where I'm seeing results that it makes me feel good, which you always should. No matter what you're seeing, you need to keep going, because you never know which video could blow up or when your time could come. So
how many subscribers are you at right now?
Like almost 40
on YouTube.
Yeah.
And how many on TikTok?
TikTok, it's almost at 600. Instagram's like 260.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'd say TikTok's the one that's growing the most.
Yeah, because I think TikTok is like the easiest one to like gain. You can gain a follower like this, and then like you can gain like 10K off of like one video. Yeah,
and TikTok definitely has the best algorithm for like. I'd say YouTube's the most difficult. Yeah, but YouTube's the one that actually pays. Yeah, so like YouTube is the most. Well, other than Twitch, I'd say Twitch is the most difficult. Then YouTube, then Instagram, then TikTok.
Do you think people? I feel like people do like the virality moment, and then go into Twitch. Twitch is like, because I don't even know how do you even, because I know people search for people on Twitch, but I feel like
there's literally like no algorithm for Twitch. Yeah. Like literally all the biggest streamers all say
are always
like
on the homepage.
Like they always say that you have to be somebody somewhere else and then take those people to Twitch. Like you can't go to Twitch and grow on Twitch. Like you have to already have 5K, 10K subscribers on YouTube and then tell them like, oh, y'all, I'm starting a Twitch channel, pull up. Or have, thousands of followers on TikTok being like, y'all, I'm finna go live on Twitch, pull up. Like you have to already be somebody on those. But something like TikTok, you could be nobody and like build off TikTok. Instagram,
one viral video.
Instagram's a bit more difficult, but you could as well on Instagram. Yeah. That's how YouTube used to be. Really? YouTube used to have the algorithm where you could just blow up, but it's not really like that.
I mean,
anymore.
Do you think that's because like it's been out for a long time now?
Yeah, it's because
like 20 years now. Like it's kind of like people.
It's just not the best method. Like it's literally just not the best. Like back then, it was the best platform for just blowing up out of nowhere, but now it's TikTok. So it's like, it's simply not the best thing that, like, as far as that reason, it's not the best thing that's out at the moment.
So this is kind of because like there's like established brands and established ways. 'Cause I feel like a lot of things I that goes on with like content creation, it kind of like cyclical, where like you have like some sort of like new thing come up, new trend, whether it be like TikTok or like Vine or things like that. Because I know like they'll drive people to like one site, but I think like the Vine or Instagram one site, but then people always jump back into YouTube.
Yeah,
like the Instagram, the Viner, the Jake Pauls, all that stuff. They started off there. YouTube.
Yeah,
TikTokers like the Charlies, all that stuff. YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's just because YouTube is the most like established, and again, that's where the money actually is. Like you could have a bunch of followers on TikTok and still not really be making much money because there's so many people on TikTok that TikTok's not paying these dudes. Like it's either ads, like sponsorships or something like that. But YouTube, you could actually get paid just from posting YouTube videos and putting ads on it. That's another reason why it's so difficult to get monetized on YouTube. Like, especially as a small creator, like it's very difficult to get enough, it's like watch hours and subscribers that you need to get monetized so that you can put ads and stuff and start making money. And that takes a while. So I think that YouTube's just the best platform for actually making money. That's why they all eventually end up on YouTube. Like even Twitch streamers, they take their VOD, they take those clips and post them on YouTube because YouTube pays. Like YouTube.
But then when it comes to clips, do you think like, because I know a lot of Twitch people, like they'll do like clip farming. What do you think of that? Like clip farming just to get like the face boys. They'll do a lot of like clip thing because like they know it gets them like
I mean it's like
views.
I think it's funny because like they're clip farm. For one, I think that's just a word, like clip farming.
Really?
But they're actually entertaining. Like they're actually funny. You like someone could watch it and you don't have to think it's funny, and you don't like it, they'll never appear on your page again. But I think that some of the clips that they'll be clip farming are actually funny. It's actually entertaining. Not everyone could do this. So it's like there's plenty of people that clip farm, but they're the ones that are getting views. So it's like there is a talent, I guess, to it, or like credit that they deserve for this clip farming. It's like, hey, they know what they know what gets views. And it's like I can't hate on that.
Do you think you'd ever like do the clip farming yourself just to get like a following base and then like from there get their attention to create something bigger?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything is like clip farming. Even within a podcast, for example, an answer somebody gives could be deemed clip farming. Let's say I ask you a crazy question like I don't know, some question about men and women, because usually those be the biggest clip farming stuff. That's how I ask you a question about men and women, and then you say this crazy answer. That could be how you genuinely feel, but it's clip farming in a way, because it's like I know that exactly. I know that this is what is gonna get attention. So when I'm editing, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna cut that clip, and I'm gonna post that clip. That's literally what I do. It's just that now there's a term for it. But it's like, bro, that's what you have to do. People want to watch entertaining things.
That's true.
Movies do with trailers.
Yeah.
Like everything could be deemed like clip farming, depending on what your definition of it is.
Yeah, no one's gonna watch like the boring part.
Yeah, no one's gonna watch, even if it is like entertaining. But you like, I use the clip farming to get their attention. Then they see how good everything else is. Then they're like, oh, wow, this person is actually like intellectual. This person is actually smart. They have, funny, whatever it is. Yeah. But I need to just get your attention first. Because again, there's literally millions, billions of people making videos. So it's like, how are you going to stand out? Yeah.
Stand out though. But that's very interesting though. I think the content creation aspect is like, it's like to blow up, but I feel like at some point I'll get like annoyed by like the speed level. You know what I mean? Like speed level, we're just walking, and like people are just like following you like everywhere. It's kind of just like ruins like your aspect of like life, I think.
Yeah, I feel like you just have to which it's easy for somebody who hasn't gotten to speed level to say that you have to just be ready for it, which I don't think you could ever really be ready for something like that. But it's like, you kind of just gotta accept it or not accept it. There are people that decide to go, and like Corey Kenshin, there are people that decide to just disappear for a while and then just live their life, because that does really take a toll on you. It's like, bro, you can't just walk around and live life like a normal person like you've been doing for majority of your life up to that point. So
but I think with that aspect, I think it's like I mean, most of the times people are gonna crowd him is like when he's actually streaming. But outside of that, those other times he definitely has like some times where he's like just like chilling, and doing that. But it's like when it just comes to like streaming, a lot of people just want to see him and like being like part of the next video, be like the next Ray or something like that. Yeah, come to the video and then be like, oh my god, like I got like a whole career based off this. But it's a lot though.
It is. Did you watch the Sinners movie?
I watched this movie.
You watched it?
Good though. It's good. I think it's a 10 out of 10 movie.
Oh really?
I think.
Without giving spoilers.
I'm not gonna give spoilers away, but I'm trying to think about, because like giving 10 out of 10 is a big thing though. But I do think it's like a 9.5, maybe 10 out of 10. Only because I like the whole plot and it made me like sit down. It's like, 'cause I think sometimes like you're in a movie and it kind of just like, I'm like looking at the time, I'm like, damn, like how much longer do we have for this? But I just like the whole aspect of like, you know, it's the trailer, like black vampires in the South. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of times you don't get a lot of black movies that are like outside of those like, oh, like racism, oh, in the hood, or like, you know, we're in high school, people are doing like this specific thing. Because I think one thing I've always realized is like there's never like, you know, like when it comes to like the white movies, they get like so many different like genres. Like they can tap it into like the space one, the Western ones, the whatever ones. But whenever it gets like, you know, to allow like the black entertainment, the black movies, it's kind of like we're putting into boxes. In a box, boxes, and it's kind of like when you see things like Sinners, you gotta go support it because it's like, you know, shows that there's like different things people can do. You know what I mean? Like you like this Sinners thing can inspire the next person that might make like a whole like black like medieval time, like, you know, because I know Bridgerton is a very popular thing. It's like a whole like, you know, has a lot of people who just are non-white, you know, all together. But I think like you can inspire people to just take contemporary things that have been created and kind of put their own like twist on them, and that'll put them in the forefront. But it's a good movie though. I really liked it.
I watched it last night. I liked it. I gave it my ratings, I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. As far as like the actual just what it was for a movie, I did like the idea of like black vampires and stuff like that, because again, like you said, stuff that more contemporary, it puts a different spin on it, where it's like, okay, now we could see it from a different point of view. Michael B. Jordan's he's my favorite actor, so he's that good, already gives it, you know, more points. He did a great job playing like the twins stacking smoke. So I just wish that it was maybe a bit longer.
Really?
Yeah, like
what parts, like I mean, kind of.
I think it could have just been, maybe that wasn't their goal, but I think it could have just been a bigger project. Which I understand if that's not your goal, you kind of just.
Do you want like a sequel and like a more movie?
Not a sequel, but just I think there were areas that they could have expanded upon that they didn't. Just because perhaps that wasn't their goal. Like, I think that because it's only a 2-hour movie, like that's pretty short considering the actors that they had, the money that they probably put into it.
Did you stay for like the post-credit scene and like the mid-credit scene?
I like the post-credit scene. That was good. Like I liked the movie, but I just think it could have been a bit bigger of a project. It could have been like 2 hours and 45 minutes. But again, maybe that wasn't their goal. Maybe their goal. And I say that because it is Ryan Coogler. It is Michael B. Jordan. It is Haley Steinfeld. Like they had really big names and they had big production. They had time. So it's like, it seems like something that would have made sense to be 2.5 hours. But again, I think that maybe wasn't their goal. I think their goal is just to get a bit of a message across, open up the box for more variety of entertainment, and just put something good out.
I mean, my thing is that oftentimes when you start getting into those movies that are like long, like the 2 hours and 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45, it's kind of like you're approaching like those long ass like Marvel movies. At that point, it's kind of like, damn, like you're just sitting here, and especially if the pacing is like off, that's when you start looking at your watch and you're like, damn, I'm like, I've only been here for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and you're kind of dreading when this movie's gonna end. But I overall liked it though. I feel like it's up there by movies. I feel like I'm trying to like create like a letterbox so I can just start tracking like actually getting my like proper ratings of like how movies is. I think mine's like closer to a 10 only because like I think when I watch a movie and I started wanting to like do like look it up online and see what other people think about the movie and get like their debrief and their breakdown and I can like more and more videos. I think I'm like more invested. I think a 10 movie for me is like when it's like I really like it, I'd rewatch it because I don't like rewatching movies.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like I don't watch shows. I don't watch movies. Like you were talking about Disney earlier. I was like, I've watched them like when they came out. Ever since then, like
you never watched it.
I never know because I feel like for me, I hate. First of all, I hate spoilers for things I actually want to watch. Yeah. But even then, I just like I'm kind of like dreading. I'm like, okay, when is this gonna happen? I'm just basically just waiting for like that scene or that aspect of like if somebody dies or somebody like does something, reveals like a secret to just like come into the movie because it's like damn, like I already know what's happening. But for me, I'll watch a movie once and then that's it. But if I want to watch a movie a second time, then I'm like, okay, then it's actually really good.
Yeah. And you want to watch this like a second time?
Yeah, I definitely want to watch it.
I actually want to watch it a second time too. I want to like when it comes out regular, I'm gonna watch it again, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, what is a piece of advice? Give the people.
College people or just people?
You could do college senior. You could do college people. You could do however you want to like aim it. Or just a piece of advice that you would give.
College people is word spreads.
That's true.
That's true. I feel like sometimes like
that's a fact.
Some people's things like some people's like info or like things like you might not like. You yourself might be like, oh, I'm chilling, but like people love to talk.
Yeah, people.
That
is a fact.
People love to
get
talk,
around,
bro.
Especially on college campuses. Where it's a small black community. Word gets around, word spreads, bro. Everybody knows everyone. Everyone's saying something to somebody else. Yeah, that's
because I feel like sometimes like, oh, I keep going down. Because I feel like sometimes like when it comes down to it, it's like people are like, people, friends groups will break down. People will start like, it's just always like that freshman year thing. You get your friends, you click up, then start breaking apart. But then you're telling your new friends all that stuff. I'm like, damn. And I like the sort of stuff I like hear about people on campus. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, bro.
That's true. Like,
that's crazy.
And another thing, he said, word spreads. Word also doesn't like disappear. Like, bro, that shit sticks until you graduate. Like, if something happens your freshman year, it's gonna stick until your senior, and then the new people entering college are going to like learn too.
Yeah, so especially if it's like a big thing and like
it's just about your reputation, basically. Exactly. Like your reputation is gonna stick and it's gonna continue. Like those new people that are entering are gonna be told eventually as well, and those people that you were already in college with aren't gonna forget. So like your reputation is important.
But that's like a thing in college. But also to counteract that is like sometimes you don't have to harp on that aspect because it's like it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like it is what it is. Like people are not gonna come up. Like some people might, but unless you have to be with them, like no one's really gonna come up to you and be like, yo, I know this about you. But that happened to me like one time, but I was like, most people are like not really gonna just like come up to your face. Yeah. A lot of times people are gonna be like, talking behind me. It's like,
it's like, bro, you can't worry about that. You can't worry about that. Worry about what people are thinking. That just goes for life in general. It's like, bro.
And that's like my main advice. Can't be worrying about people like say about you because it's like you got to be like locked in your own like mindset and like just knowing yourself. Yeah. And then from there you be able to like really understand like what you aspire to do and like just kind of like being able to be tough when it comes down to a lot of like other videos or not just videos but just like other aspects of like because I feel like if you get like a video that's like doesn't go your way you gotta be able to really understand how to take the heat, especially when controversy happens. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, if you blow up, some shit about to happen. Right? That's the thing. It always happens, bro. I'm like, damn.
Every person, something happens.
It always happens. Something happens. Yeah. I'm like, damn. Like it should be like the perfect thing. But it's like people are gonna always bring something up. People get like people get jealous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they'll see your success. They weren't here when you had like 40 subscribers or not. They weren't here once you start blowing up. Oh my God, Martin, what's up? I've been seeing your grip. Like what are we doing? What are you doing? Like put me on. You know what I mean? Like they weren't here for like for the grind, you know, but that's really how it is.
It is. And the last question, what is your ultimate goal? You can answer it however you want.
My ultimate
What's
goal.
your ultimate goal?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I feel like I have many goals in terms of just like money. I want it to be like where money is not an issue. Where money is not an issue, I can just like do like traveling because I've gotten big into traveling where it's just like money is not an issue. I'm just going places, kind of like traveling the world and all that stuff, and also just being content with my life. You know what I mean? Like my goal is like, yeah, so I want to do like, I want to like my technical goal would be like, I want to create some sort of like tech product, like be the one that's like in charge of the design aspect, or that's like brought it like from birth, like from concept to creation, like the next iPhone type thing. Yeah. But I'm also just being content in my life. So I know oftentimes like you'll do a lot of things, you'll do it like just because you're doing it, but you know, having some sort of like of content or just like kind of like, you know, I'm good. I'm fine with my life. I'm proud of like what I've done, because I know sometimes like life hits and it might not be going the way that you want to. I know that happens a lot, but I want to be in a point where I'm kind of like, I'm happy where life is. Like I'm happy with like if I were to go today, I'm like, damn, you know. Yeah. I've done like some things, but like there's always some things you want to do, but like, I'm still like I'm happy with the position I am. I can do better, but like I'm happy where I am, and then from there you can really understand like, okay, I'm really like, you know, I can hit this and that, but like if you really start with the aspect of like, you know, your happiness is not tied to really like whether or not you've like achieved this specific goal, you've made like this amount of money, you've like, you know, you've done these specific things. Like if you're just content in yourself, if you're content in like just knowing that, oh, I can reach these heights, I can be like, you know, the small things like just pulling up with your friends, just getting together, and like, I think those things like that will just make you like a better person. Because I think like content, like, and just what's the word? Just a happiness or like a nice. There's a word for it, but like just being content with the small things, the normal things in life. Because at some point that you might blow up and be the biggest star, and then like either you might just go back down to be normal again, or just like stay at some level. But just being has some sort of like aspect of like content. Because I know sometimes like when you get so big, you like, you know. Things change, but still being happy with what you have in your life. But how are you?
I would just say the content creation right now is like the thing that I'm really mainly focused on. Just making sure that goes where I want it to go, and just staying locked in and focused. Yeah. And just consistent with it, and being happy with everything that I put out, and just no matter result or like whatever stage I'm at, just being happy with the results and stuff like that.
I think that's good though.
Exactly.
Living life.
Exactly, man. Living life. That's the one for today. That's the quote for today. Living life.
Living life.
But anyways, I don't want to keep the people outside waiting. We truly didn't know that they we didn't know that they had to be here.
Yeah, a bug section. But I definitely want to do a part 2 though.
You gotta try to get
I feel like I have like more like controversial like takes, but I was like waiting for like, you know, I was waiting for like, you know, kind of like, you know, start off a little slow and then like and get into it.
Yeah, we were going to. I'm like, but we are at an hour. Funny enough,
really?
That's an hour pod. So we'll definitely get
pod. Damn,
part 2 eventually. But this will be part 1. This will be going out maybe once he's out in the real world. And I'm a senior and he comes back. Yeah, we get him another episode. But anyways,
this is good.
That's episode 27 of Talking It Out.
I'm sad.
Shout out your socials.
Said SEDSAID _ you know, said, you know, follow me on that. But you know, y'all see me soon though. if you don't know my name, you'll know it soon. Don't worry about it. Man. It won't be on IG, but it might be somewhere big.
Exactly.
But don't worry about it.
Y'all know the 5E, Talking It Out on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, all the above.
Follow
y'all
him.
Will be tapped in soon if you're not tapped in already. I hope y'all enjoyed. God bless.
From the beginning. God bless y'all. See y'all.
Have a good one.
A good one.
Please just like this video and subscribe to Talking It Out. Come on, guys, just do it for me, please. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe, like this video right now, and turn on the post notifications. I know I just reminded you. Do it.